install of okay, all right, start all over. All right, this is my very first movie for Ubuntu for newbies. Just did a fresh install of Ubuntu 10.10. What I'm gonna do is quick walkthrough of what's gonna happen as soon as you do it. The first few things gonna happen is your update manager is going to start automatically. You shouldn't have to go through system and start it, but if you do need to, it's system administration update manager. It'll open up and have a list of updates here. Just hit install updates, put in your password, let it go. Click on settings, your password. It'll open up the software thing, software sources. First of all, you want to make sure that the main, universe, restricted, and multiverse are all clicked. Other software, you'll have these four. These other two will not be there. That's for something later. I just leave those two clicked. Just let it go. Updates, just using Maverick Security and Maverick Updates. I personally do not do the proposed or the unsupported until later if I need to. Also up here you see the automatic updates, check daily, every 2 days, weeks, every 2 weeks. I just leave it on daily, and I use only notify about available updates, so I can pick and choose what I want. The release upgrades, Ubuntu comes out with upgrades twice a year, usually in April and October. The normal release upgrades, never upgrade, or long-term support. Usually long-term support comes out in April with the very first of the year. The next one will of course be 11 point something, and you can upgrade from this to that fairly easily. Authentication, it's really nothing really to do here unless you get into some really good stuff or get into really more advanced stuff. Statistical, you can choose to send stuff to them or not. Being a newbie like myself, I would not do that. Once you've updated all the stuff that you want, you hit close. It'll rebuild the updates, and if you have any updates, click install. Now the other thing that'll start is most computers have like a graphics card, 3D graphics card. It'll come up with this little, looks like a video card green thing. I'll show you exactly what it looks like right here. Go under additional drivers. It'll look, that little green icon there will be up here in the toolbar. That's your additional drivers. You want to, when you click on it, it'll have a little box say install update or install drivers. Click on the install drivers, and then this little search for available drivers will come up. It'll look for me, I've got an ATI graphics card. It's a Radeon HD 2600. ATI and NVIDIA and other things aren't open source for open source software stuff, so you have to actually get this to get it and from them, but it'll automatically download it for you. Right here you'll see it'll be like install. You click it, it'll go through the install process, then it'll say you have to restart your computer. Alright, now you've got your updates done, you've got your third-party drivers all done. Now this right here is the Firefox web browser. Instead of using Internet Explorer, you'll be using Firefox, or you can download Google Chrome. I personally don't use Google Chrome anymore. Firefox does a very good job. Click on Firefox, it'll bring it up. Now you see mine's blue with all this other stuff. This is not the default theme for Firefox. If you're under Tools, Add-ons, and Themes, down here for Get Themes, it'll take you to the Firefox Themes Gallery, Persona Gallery, and you can actually change it and do whatever you want to do. That's, you know, up to you. So you can change it to whatever you want. I like this one. It's got a little bit of eye candy. Things are kind of going at it, so I kind of like it. And then Firefox, just like, you know, Internet Explorer, punch in what web address you want here. Google little search thing is here. You have tabbed abilities. You know, anything that you really want, you can do. And that's how you use the internet. Okay. see what's the next thing. Okay, let's go through applications. You got accessory, games, graphics, internet, office, sound and video. Uh, this is all the different categories for your software. This right here is Ubuntu Software Center. You click on that, it'll open up the Ubuntu Software Center, which is where you find thousands of different software. Now this is basically the graphical user interface section here. This is where you can, if you go like to graphics, 3D, and then you got all this different software if you are looking for something like to create and edit 3D models and animation. You click on it, double click if you want more information, and then there's your install. You also have down below, this is something good they did with 1010, is these add-ons. These are just little extras that go with this software so you can make it more usable. Just click on it and it'll install it. Good to go. Now one thing about Ubuntu is using the terminal. Now one of the first things I do, I go to Applications, Accessories, Terminal. I'll right click on it and I will set it up here. That's in this panel. Now when you click on that, it'll open up the terminal. A lot of the software, a lot of the things you get, you can do through graphical user interface, but on most of the help sites and the forums and blogs and stuff like that, they're all going to do things in the terminal. They're going to tell you exactly how to do it. So you're probably going to need to start learning how to use the terminal. Basically just open it up and follow the instructions that are on the screen given by that help forum. But there's your terminal. And then you got all your different little applications. Even got Open Office on here, which is basically the same as Microsoft Office, but not quite as popular and a little bit, so it's not going to be very familiar to you, but the more you play with it, the more you'll figure it out. Internet, of course, you'll have instant messaging, or your mail program like Outlook, Firefox, social clients, terminals, just all this different stuff. A lot of interesting things. Like I said, if you go through the Ubuntu software, you can get all your whatever you need. Places, this is basically going to be like your My Documents folder, your home folder, desktop, documents, music, pictures, videos, downloads, so on and so forth. And then under your My Computer, of course, is all your different hard drives or partitions or whatever you want to, whatever you're looking for. System, this is your preferences. We'll have About Me, your appearance. This appearance is where you can customize the look of your desktop. You know, if you have trouble seeing, you can do this stuff. And just a whole bunch of different, this is where most of your little tweaks and stuff for how you want things to do. Screensaver, Ubuntu One, all that kind of stuff. Administration, this is more of the hardcore stuff that actually affects the way the computer runs. Software sources, startup disk creator, just a bunch of little stuff. What you really as a newbie need to know about is this help and support. Once it loads up, this is like the starting point, I would say, for any new person, is open up the help and support, and then you can new to Ubuntu, adding, removing, updating the applications, files, folders, customizing. I mean, everything you're going to want to know about when you first start off using Ubuntu is going to be in here, and it's very helpful, and I say everyone needs to start here. It even has this thing where if you can't find the answer, how to go to the community and find it and ask for it, and technical support and all this other good stuff. So something for you to read through, learn, and that way you become a better user of Ubuntu. Now, Ubuntu is a free open source software. Now, what does that really mean? It means that there are thousands of people working on it basically daily, probably hourly, all over the world to do different little things with it. But what makes it, does it make it any better or worse than Windows? Now that's the question that most people are going to ask. For me, it didn't cost me $200, so to me it's so much better than Windows. Plus, you can we're going to go through different tutorials where you're going to be able to change how this all looks, how it interacts, and everything else. Now, the other thing you need